है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
आज ऊंचे ते ऊंचा बाप अपने चारों ओर के श्रेष्ठ बच्चों को देख हर्षित हो रहे, क्योंकि सारे विश्व की आत्माओं से आप बच्चे श्रेष्ठ अर्थात हाईएस्ट दुनिया वाले कहते हैं हाईएस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड, और वो भी एक जन्म के लिए। लेकिन आप बच्चे हाईएस्ट श्रेष्ठ इन द कल्प, सारे कल्प में आप श्रेष्ठ रहे हैं। जानते हो ना, अपना अनादि काल देखो, अनादि काल में भी आप सभी आत्माएं बाप के नजदीक रहने वाले हो। देख रहे हो, अनादि रूप में बाप के साथ साथ समीप रहने वाले श्रेष्ठ आत्माएं रहते सभी है। लेकिन आपका स्थान बहुत समीप है, तो अनादि रूप में भी ऊंचे से ऊंचे हो। फिर आओ आदि काल में सभी बच्चे दैव पद धारी देवता रूप में हो। याद है अपना दैवी स्वरूप। आदि काल में सर्व प्राप्ति स्वरूप हो। धन मन धन और जन चारी स्वरूप में श्रेष्ठ सदा संपन्न सर्व प्राप्ति स्वरूप ऐसा देव पद और किसी भी आत्माओं को प्राप्त नहीं होता।
का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों
Shanti. Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness and be happy and cheerful. Ignorant of the knowledge of sorrow. No matter how many adverse situations come in front of you, you are ignorant of the knowledge of sorrow. Through the right that you have received from the ocean of happiness, you still say, Va sweet drama, Va every actor's part. With the enlightenment of this knowledge, and with the happiness of your right, transform sorrow into happiness. With your right, transform the darkness of sorrow. Be a master bestower of happiness. Constantly swing in the swings of happiness and become an instrument to give others vibrations of happiness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 19. Become full of the treasure of happiness. Have the fortune of happiness and be happy and cheerful. Today's topic, ignorant of the knowledge of sorrow. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. This morning's Murli is one of the practice which can help us to create such a self-respect. And looking at my own part, I can become free from sorrow. Whatever is the situation, acceptance of that, and helping others also to be free from sorrow. So Baba is saying, think of everyone's part, but I also have to think what had been my part. At confluence stage, to create a elevated awareness is very important. That what I was in Golden Age, what was my part? So today Baba took us into different forms, different ages, and what was our part. And we always hear in the Murli, Vishwadarshan Chakradhari. So many say, but how is that? So looking at the part of the self and keep creating awareness by thinking about it, thoughts and awareness. It is through the thoughts that awareness is created. And as much we remain in awareness, then we will also become embodiment of that, but also we will help others and feel that this is the family of elevated souls. And as Baba is saying that always think elevated. If there is a thought, right, and that thought is the seed. So when you look at 100 mangoes, they were all from one tree, and there was only one seed, and that seed was a good quality seed, right? So when a pure thought comes, elevated thoughts, you should sow that thought. If you keep very good quality seeds. You reserve them, keep them, don't use them, don't sow them. Then there will never be fruit of all that. So it's very, very interesting to think of the part. So I like it very much, but I can also see that how much attention is required to sow the seed, to play the part. So no matter how many adverse situations come in front of you, you are ignorant of the knowledge of sorrow. So by emerging the right awareness, one of the method, we have to use it, we have to practice. And when we practice and create that awareness or stage, then it will help us a lot to emerge the elevated sanskars. Because soul has both types of sanskars, right? Soul has elevated sanskars. Soul has ordinary sanskar. And copper age, iron age is all sanskars of sorrow. There were constantly tears, and we always think sympathy is also kind of be, be sad so that other person can feel that somebody is sympathizing with me. Someone leaves body, if you don't cry, not considered to be good, right? So practice, I think whatever is required in our life is more practice. Awareness is something which is very incognito, right? I just need to pay attention on myself while playing part. What is my awareness? Someone said to me today, new student, how do I remember? I really want my remembrance to be consistent, not only in the morning or evening. I said 24 hours we do actions. You start your car, you turn on key. Remember, Baba. You wake up in the morning, Father. Then Baba teaches teacher, following Srimad by Sadguru. Sadguru gives us Srimad, right? So keep whole day if you really think that every action I do, even drinking water, I take a minute. Remember Baba. I eat food, I remember Baba. I'm speaking to someone saying Om Shanti, remember Baba. At least 80 to 100 times you are remembering Baba. That is consistent. Right? So why we say only morning and evening? No, it's whole day, but to integrate. With nothing like balance, but integration. So we will feel that there is remembrance of Baba almost all day. But most of the souls, how can I remember Baba all the day? I said, we can. And in a natural way, that's what our dadis did. Always Baba is with them because eat with you, sit with you, talk with you, walk with you is like company. So Baba is saying, no matter how many adverse situations come in front of you, you are ignorant of the knowledge of sorrow. This has to be the stage, and it will be through the right that you have received from the ocean of happiness. You still have to say, Vaha sweet drama, Vaha every actor's part. So with the enlightenment of the knowledge, with the enlightenment of the knowledge, with the happiness of the right. By the happiness of the right, transform sorrow into happiness. With it right, transform the darkness of sorrow and be a master of bestower of happiness. So constantly swing in the swings of happiness and become an instrument to give others vibrations of happiness. So I was very fascinated. If we really connect the Vyakt Murli, which is read on Sunday, the homework then which is given, the blessing of the day, then homework which is given as a Vyakti signal, they all are very connected. That is why when we revise a very little part of a Vyakt Murli for 6 days, they are really, really very powerful. So at least for me, I am taking that I have to think of my elevated part. Baba says highest, most elevated souls in the whole world. Why? Many reasons Baba gave us, right? We have to just trust and stay in that intoxication. Om Shanti.
Wow, drama. Om Shanti.
Unmute.
I was unmuted. Am I able to be heard? It's okay?
Yeah. Now we can hear Om Shanti.
Right. Om Shanti. Good evening. Welcome back to the island. See how that goes. A couple different things, kind of a variety of them, but that ignorant of sorrow seems to be a big step, a big challenge, big awareness, because there is kind of a bombardment of all sorts of things. But as you were reading through that point, it seems that the way I was hearing it just now is that it is a kind of a method that Baba gives us. And it was with the enlightenment of the knowledge, so the knowledge of who we are and what's happening, and with the happiness of that right, so that all that knowledge, we should always be happy, and that transforms sorrow into happiness. So it seems that that's kind of the answer to how do we deal with and become ignorant of sorrow. That we've got the knowledge, we have the happiness of the knowledge, and therefore that doesn't allow sorrow to come in. Does that seem to be the process that's being encouraged?
Yeah, because one is just to have aim, and then we say, oh, I have to be free from the desire, or I have to be ignorance of the sorrow. But when it comes to practical, unless we keep practicing some kind of awareness, I think it might not happen in a practical way. So I liked very much the first part of Murli of this morning, and that kind of awareness of my part, what it was, my eternal self and my elevated parts, all these very, very powerful thoughts create awareness, right? And if I have awareness, I have power. And when there is power, it will be possible and practical to change sorrow into happiness, first into silence, acceptance, and then happiness also. Yeah.
When Baba says, know your part, is he talking on two levels at that time? One is to know our part throughout the cycle, and also what our individual part and therefore maybe our day-to-day activities and what's going to make us most happy. Because when we come into Gyan, the knowledge and start, we're not quite sure how to fit in, and we don't really have a good answer for knowing what my part is, because we're looking for more of a position or a task or some sort of a relationship. So Is that what Baba's asking us to know both of those, or is he talking more of the kind of whole cycle part?
Baba is talking of especially two ages, which are of happiness, golden age and silver age. But then also when it reduces in the sense of it's in percentage, not suddenly world become world of sorrow.
Yeah.
It's gradually. And now because it is the end of Iron Age, then there is everything we hear is sorrow. But somewhere, if you see behind in the sense of why this happened, you will always find a good reason, and that keeps you happy. Why this happened, like it was this morning, or one of the Murli Baba said, all circumstances come. Why? Because to make you learn something. So now, if you look at that way, that it had to happen, but I learned while dealing with it. Plus, not only I learned how to deal with it, but also what was the cause. And next time I can be attentive and not so that it shouldn't happen. So, this internal anxiety, internal tension, which has become so much present, right? I mean, that also is a kind of sorrow. So, creating awareness, I think that could be very natural and powerful. Awareness of our first two, but then even other ages, it's not we suddenly lose all the degrees. No, very gradually we lose from 14 to 12, 12 to 10. And it's not just, we just become zero. So I think that practice of creating awareness, recognition of our part will keep us happy. Baba says, you are very little sorrow, time of little sorrow. Most of the time you were happy. He said, not half.
Yeah, that's good news in that way. Because there are the different experiences, and Baba takes us around the cycle, see ourselves in deity form, golden age, see ourselves as worship worthy, Brahman, and then
Angelic.
yeah. Do you have a favorite of those? The five forms, we go around the cycles. Is there something that kind of attracts you more, or you like to spend time with more than another?
Angelic and deity form are what my aim is, that angelic is detached observer beyond everything and be present, available, whether in a subtle form or in a external form. So I like that very much. Form where I can serve, I can help and be messenger of Baba, but also my inner, my divine form. I like that very much. Not, of course, worship worthy is one thing, and it does happen, but internally feels so good, that fragrance, or whatever way I can call it, the vibrations of divinity from within. I like that very much.
Nice. Now, if I was asking myself that question, and part of the answer right now is the Brahmin form because we have knowledge. But when I hear you talk a little about the angelic form, it seems that that is still have some awareness of the knowledge that Baba gives us. Would that be a correct understanding that in our angelic form we are helpers, but we still have clarity on what Baba has taught?
Yeah. See, Brahman is giving knowledge, right?
Okay.
Taking knowledge, but changing knowledge into what becoming embodiment is angelic stage. So I have knowledge as a Brahman, and more knowledge I apply and become the embodiment. The qualities of angel emerges. That
Okay.
means one is I am giving knowledge, other is I'm trying to understand a person and trying to give whatever that person needs. I think it becomes like angelic way of giving knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's more, it's a journey from Brahmin to angel to deity.
So it would be the same type of a process coming down as it is going up, that it's not all of a sudden we have the knowledge. But we're a little Brahman, we're a little angelic, we're a little more angelic, we're a little, trying to keep
Now,
flowing.
not little, almost full, right?
Yeah.
Not 100%, but with all the years of tapasya, all the years of dharana, definitely makes us quite a good percentage of angelic stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And kind of tying in with another theme that was thinking about, that touching and catching. So the more we're angelic, I would think that the less sorrow we have, the less influence, the less negativity, and therefore that makes that touching and catching power easier, better, more clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Touching will be very clear, and catching also. What should I catch? What I shouldn't? Because what happens that every situation touches each one of us in a different way, and we catch signal from there also in a different way. Every situation, we all do not take everything in the same way. So more I become angelic, then instead of, Dadi Janki used to say, fire is on. So if you ask, how did it start? Who did it? But fire brigade come, they try to extinguish fire, they do their duty, and then of course, if they have to investigate, they will do it. So an angel will not be just investigating why you are sad, why. No, try their presence and will create happiness, lightness, and change darkness into what Baba says as happiness. So, yeah.
Nice. Um, Hearing them early and in the conversation, I'm reminded of a story I've heard about Brahma Baba. And they caught him dancing sometimes, and they asked him, why are you dancing? And the answer I recall is that because I'm remembering who I'm becoming. Okay? That he was going to become Krishna. And that thought made him happy. Do you have a special singular thought that you can go to that would make you happy, that makes you dance?
We call it super sense joy,
Okay.
because gopis and gopis, their joy was deeper, and it just emerged. I was in New Jersey this weekend. So Friday we went, and coming, going was a lot of traffic, 3 hours each way.
Wow.
So when we reached, of course, it was almost like ready for a Vyakti Parivar. So I did for that day, I talked, and suddenly my arms start moving. It's like I want to do Ras. So I called one sister, she does very good Ras. And then all of us, everyone stood up and they start doing Ras. And, generally like Gujaratis are there, so they do their Garba or a particular kind of dance, or if Bhumi has to do it, it's a particular time. But this was like, so I was thinking that like it was such a deep, super sensitive joy. But then others also, when they start doing Ras, brothers and sisters, so they knew that there is a deep kind of happiness and joy which is coming. So super sensitive joy makes you really dance in a very subtle way and a spiritual way. And so then a Vyakti Parivar, one who was playing music, continues for quite a while. And we keep saying, stop it. But she was also into super sensitive joy. So everyone was
Lost.
Yes, yeah, there was real experience. Next day we planned to do Garba. It was a long day, so we forgot about that. So, but one day before, on Friday, everyone did good
Okay.
dance, good dress.
Are your arms moving tonight?
We don't know when the time comes. Mm.
See when the time comes. All right. Well, I'm feeling that our time has come here. So
Okay.
very
No,
good.
it's I am so much kind of delighted that how much Baba's family is growing everywhere. And I was talking of India, but then now I can talk. Even they were 140 regular students. There was not a single space. All the children, youth, they have a lot of them, very regular. They all were sitting on floor, and there were about, I think, 18, 20 new ones, those who had done started Murli just now. So kind of old ones, new ones, and so yeah, some
Great.
interesting about what is next space to use, because they are so full that generally we say look for another hall. So I was talking, I said 4 or 5 story buildings in India are becoming common. Maybe we should do that. And
Okay.
it will happen.
All right.
It
Yeah.
will happen.
It sounds
So
like an elevated seed.
yeah, yeah.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Om Shanti.
Om
Thank you.
Shanti. Thank you.
संगम युग का वर्षा यही है, शिव से मिलन मनाना। समय श्वास संकल्प सभी सेवा में लगाना। पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, पवित्रता बरसाए जग में। फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी। शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको, शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी, श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी। मीठे बच्चों, प्यारे बच्चों।
तो संक्षेप में मैं ये 2-4 बातें जो आज के इस विचार आपके सामने रख रहा था, फिर से मैं उसको संक्षेप में 5-7 मिनट में आपके सामने कहना चाहता हूँ। एक तो ये कि योग अभ्यास के साथ हमारा योगी जीवन जरूरी है, योगी जीवन के साथ साथ हमारा योग अभ्यास जरूरी है। जितना हम योग अभ्यास करते हैं, योगी जीवन हमारा बनता है, हमें जीवन में योग से मदद मिलती है। जितना हम योगी जीवन बनाते हैं, उतना हमारा योग ठीक लगता है। ये हमेशा ख्याल कीजिए। और यहाँ से जाने के बाद कठिनाइयां, विघ्न, परीक्षाएं आएंगी, लेकिन उस परमात्मा की याद में रहने का एक समय निश्चित कर लीजिए। कम से कम रहना तो सारा टाइम चाहिए, लेकिन प्रातः का जो समय है, जिस समय व्यापार, व्यवहार और उद्योग, कारखाने शुरू नहीं हुए होते, सब बंद है, संसार का काम या है भी सही तो अपने अपने शिफ्ट वाले काम कर रहे हैं। हम अपना ये सोचें उस टाइम कि मेरी परमात्मा से अपॉइंटमेंट है, ये टाइम मेरा उसके लिए फिक्स्ड है, और रोज आप करेंगे तो आपका एक रास्ता खुलता जाएगा, आप आगे आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे। रेगुलरिटी जो है वो बहुत एक इसमें सहायक होगी, बीच बीच में हमें मिस नहीं करना चाहिए। तो ये अपना समय उठकर उस परमात्मा की स्मृति में बैठे। दूसरा मैंने ये बताया कि जो ये विकार हैं, वो जो गीत बज रहा था वो यही कहता था कि जो निर्विकार है वही पवित्र है। ये योग हमारे मन को निर्विकार, निर्विघ्न बनाता है। तो ये जैसे मैंने अपने जीवन में से आपको एक मिसाल दी थी कि क्रोध आया था, लेकिन उस परमात्मा की स्मृति से वो हट गया था। तो योग का प्रयोग करें, जीवन में योग का प्रयोग करें। वो जो योग का आपने सीखा है कि मैं आत्मा हूँ, शिव बाबा का बच्चा हूँ, वो शांति स्वरूप है, ये जो योग है, इसका लाइफ में जो प्रैक्टिकल टेस्ट या कठिनाइयां आती हैं उसमें उस परिस्थिति में इसको अप्लाई करें। ये अप्लाइड नॉलेज इज योग। वो जो आपने सीखा है उसको उस समय में यूज करेंगे तो वो सिर्फ दवाई को अपने पास रख लेने से दवाई फायदा नहीं देती, दवाई को सेवन करने से, काम में लाने से उसका फायदा होता है। ये दूसरी बात मैं आपको कह रहा था। और साथ साथ मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि जो टेस्ट आएंगे, कठिनाइयां आएंगी, परीक्षा आएंगी कि अभी नहीं, कल से कर लेंगे, परसों से कर लेंगे, हमारे मित्र, हमारे दोस्त हमें कुछ और बातें कहेंगे, चलो आज सिनेमा देख आए, और वो सिनेमा अश्लील होगा, हिंसा और क्रोध को उकसाने वाला होगा, तो फिर हमारे योगी जीवन में एक विघन और एक रुकावट पड़ेगी। कोई हमें जो अभक्ष है, जो खाना नहीं खाना चाहिए, जो गलत किस्म का खाना है, योगी का भोजन नहीं है, भोगी का है, तामसिक भोजन है, कोई उसको खाने के लिए कहेगा मैंने डिनर रखा है, तुमको ये खाना ही पड़ेगा, तो मेरे दोस्त हो, इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है। तो कई बातें हमारे सामने इस किस्म की आएंगी, लेकिन जो आपको नियम बताए गए हैं, अगर हम उन असूलों को अपनाएंगे नहीं तो पूरा लाभ कैसे होगा। तो ये हमारे जीवन में ख्याल रखना चाहिए कि उनको हम अपनाएं। और जैसे कि मैंने कहा, विशेष रूप से जब परमात्मा से हमारा जितना गहरा प्रेम प्यार होगा, हम समझ लेंगे कि वो हमारा परम पिता है, परम माता है, सखा भी है, स्वामी भी है, और वो हमारा सहारा है, वही हमारा हमें पार लगाने वाला है, इत्यादि इत्यादि। हर प्रकार से हमारा प्रेम जब उधर होगा, वो प्रेम हमारा शुद्ध होगा, और ये प्रेम ये है जो संसार को जीने योग्य बना सकता है, सुखमय बना सकता है। अभी संसार में लड़ाई झगड़ा, फसाद, दुश्मनी, ईर्ष्या, द्वेष, इससे ही ये संसार नरकमय हो गया है। और इस संसार में प्रेम आ जाए तो यही संसार सुखमय हो जाएगा।
वो प्यार तुम्हारा याद आया, शिक्षाएं वो तेरी याद आई, वो प्यार तुम्हारा याद आया, शिक्षाएं वो तेरी याद आई, साकार के दिन जब याद आए तो स्नेह में अखियां भर आई, वो प्यार तुम्हारा याद आया।
Om Shanti Vikti Parivars. Tomorrow is Monday. Our schedule from Amritvela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening 5 to 5:15 p.m. a Vikti Children Muli class. But you will start at 6 p.m. followed by Hindi series, English series and a Vikti Journey. Welcome to a Vikti Journey. Avik Murlis from 1969. Multi-million fold fortune and blessings.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of the 25th of May, 1973. Future plan. What main equipment do you use for the preparation of a stage? You know this, do you not? This is the special sign of all of you. You make the whole stage white. This is the main sign or symbol of all of you. Your uniform is very well known. Whatever is the internal stage of the soul, so you present that form on the external stage. You try to put all these things on a physical stage. If you do not have the awareness of even one of these things, or if it is not the accurate form, then the sparkle of the stage does not seem so good. In the same way, when you have to give a practical speech through your stage, then for this too, you have to prepare all these things. You need to have light. That is, you have to be in the stage of being double light. You know this, do you not? There has to be both forms of light. If someone on the stage is not light, but is very heavy in sitting down and getting up, then instead of listening to the speech, people will be distracted into looking at that person. So here too, you need a double light stage. The mic should be so powerful that the sound reaches very far, very clearly. So there should be might in the mic. The moment you have one thought and give one glance, then that one thought and one glance should carry out the task of a lighthouse. Even whilst you are in one place, many souls should be influenced by your one thought and one divine drishti. You have to create such a powerful mic. So what is the mic? Thought and drishti, divine and spiritual vision. In the same way, there has to be whiteness, that is, a clean intellect that hasn't the slightest stain on it. If there is a stain on the stage, if there isn't that whiteness, then against their conscious desire, everyone's attention would be drawn towards that stain. Then there also has to be the decoration of the slogans. What slogans should be used as decorations for the internal stage? The internal stage, and then the speech of practical thoughts, words, and actions. Acha, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.
खुशियों से भर दे जिंदगी हमारी आपकी बलिहारी प्रभु आपकी बलिहारी खुशियों से भर दे जिंदगी हमारी खुशियों से भर दे जिंदगी हमारी आपकी बलिहारी प्रभु आपकी बलिहारी आश आपने सवार दी सृष्टि सारी, आपने सवार दी सृष्टि सारी। आपके आभारी हम, आपके आभारी, खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी, खुशियों से भर दी जिंदगी हमारी। आपकी बलिहारी प्रभु, आपकी बलिहारी, आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी, आश पूरी कर दी आपने हमारी। आपके आभारी हम, आपके
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti.